Welcome to lecture number 30 for ECE 476, Advanced Embedded Systems. In this lecture, we're looking at Bluetooth. Now, the goal of this lecture is by the end of it, I'll be able to receive data from your Pico on your cell phone to see what's happening, or I can send data. When I send data, I can do things like turn on and off lights. So you can see the Pico light is turning on and off, controlled by my cell phone. I can turn on and off light 16. Light 17, and the beeper, all controlled by my cell phone. So that's where we want to get to. How do we do that? So starting out, Bluetooth is a way for your Pico board to send and receive data from your cell phone, as well as other devices. With Bluetooth, you can send sensor data to your cell phone, such as temperatures, pressures, acceleration readings, stuff like that. You can receive data from your cell phone, allowing you to turn on and off lights, set the speed of a motor, and so on. And this lecture presents a method for connecting your Pi Pico to your cell phone to send and receive data. So starting out, I need to get an app on my cell phone to send and receive serial data using Bluetooth. The one I'm using is by Kai Morich. There's several of them out there. This one works pretty well. So first thing you got to do is download that app to your cell phone. On the app, once you open it, I'll have a couple different options. There's Terminal, Devices, Setting, and Info. Terminal lets you send and receive data to your Pico board. Devices lets you connect to various Bluetooth devices that are out there. Settings allows you to adjust the display. And Info tells you the version that you're using. So starting out, you need to pair with your cell phone. So for me, what I need to do is go under Settings, Connections, Bluetooth, and it tells you what devices are out there. Currently, the Pico is not running, so it's not trying to connect. I'm getting ahead of ourselves just a little bit. When I run the first program, we'll talk about in a sec, I'll turn on the Pico and it'll start advertising, looking for someone on my cell phone. If I then scan it so you can see it, I'll start to see there's my Pi UART. I want to connect to that device. Say yipper. Once it's paired, I'll be able to send and receive data to my Pico board. Now, there's a couple files that you need before you can start pairing or using Bluetooth. The two files are BLE Bluetooth Advertising and Bluetooth Simple Peripheral. Those are available on Bison Academy. They're also from GeeekPi. If you open those files and save them onto your Pico board, so open them in Thani, save them to your Pico board, so there they are, BLE Advertising, BLE Simple Peripheral. You need those to run the following. Now, once you get those files stored, you can actually change the name of your Pico network. So if we do File, Open from our Raspberry Pi. Try it again. File, Open from Raspberry Pi, BLE Simple Peripheral. Scroll down a little bit. This is the name of your network. I want to call it GeeekPi. Save. Go back to the other programs and run them. While I'm advertising, if I go back to my cell phone, if I look for Bluetooth, there's now a Bluetooth network called GeeekPi. I'll try to connect to him. And once I'm paired, I can now run the other programs. So now under the app, I can see there I am, and I can connect through that Bluetooth connection. Programs. Yeah, let's see, going up. Again, once you get those, it's File, It's not going to like this. Stop this program. Then when you get BLA advertising, I could do save as on your Pi Pico, and you want to save them onto your Pico board, like so. Okay, so once those files are set up, once you're connected, I can start transmitting data from your Pico board to your cell phone. Now, the first program is kind of the base. What I need to do is, well, a couple carriage turns in there. Here's what it looks like. I have to import Bluetooth, import sleep, pull in advertising payload, and Bluetooth simple peripheral. I'm going to set up a Bluetooth connection called BLE, and an object within that. What I'm going to do then is forever and ever, I'm going to say, if I'm connected, count, send your data with a carriage return line feed, and print on the screen TX, and then wait 1 second. So if I run this, what's happening is it's looking for my cell phone. From my cell phone, expand this up, I'm going to pair with that device. And then go over to the terminal. I'm going to click on here, Devices, there's my Pico board, connect to it, and try that again. Just trying to connect to it, and there's the serial data. That's the count coming from my Pico board, just counting up. So there I can receive data. That data could be whatever you want. It could be temperature, time, light status, your pick. Your cell phone can now see what's happening on your Pico board. Now there's a couple ways you can look at the data. If you go under Settings, Display Mode, so under here, Settings, Display Mode, I'm currently receiving data as text. If I go to hex, I'll see the data coming in. So this is the number 84, 85, 86. That's an 8687 carriage return line feed. And now up to 100. We go back under Settings, Display Mode, Terminal. Same thing as text. Just have the number that's coming in. Settings, Display Mode, because that's it. Let's go back to text. I can change how I'm receiving the data. What the hex mode does is if you're receiving binary data, like binary 0, binary 1, binary 2, I can look at the raw data in hexadecimal format. In text mode, it uses the ASCII data set. So if I say hello world, H is ASCII H, E is ASCII E, and so on. So you got your choice how you receive the data. Okay, once I am using Bluetooth transmit and I can receive data on my cell phone, I can monitor what's going on at my Pico. I can keep track of temperature in a room, acceleration of the Pi Pico, meaning has it moved, is the door open, is the door closed, button pushed, not pushed, and so on. Kind of limited by your creativity. So that is receiving data from your Pi Pico. Next, let's look at sending data to the Pi Pico. So the Pi Pico wants to receive data. By receiving data, I can use your cell phone and turn on and off LEDs, set the color of a neopixel, turn on and off an alarm, and so on. So to receive data, this is probably the simplest case. I'm going to turn on Bluetooth, have an LED that I want to turn on and off. have a subroutine. If I'm connected, I'm going to transmit the data to the subroutine that I received on Bluetooth. That's on RX. It's then going to take that data and just echo it, saying, here's what I saw. Then if the data was toggle RN, I'm going to toggle the LED. So let's go over here and switch over to Bluetooth receive and run that program. Let's stop that, run it. Okay, so there I am looking for a Bluetooth connection. Go over to my cell phone, devices, connect to my Pi Pico. It says it is now connected. What I can do over here, pull this up, is I can start typing messages. Like down here, I want to type in the message A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Send. What just happened is over here, the Pico just saw the message A, B, C, D, E, F, G, carriage return line feed. Let's type in the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, return. And now sees A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's clear that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, return. I just saw the message 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, what the code's doing is every time I hit enter, the button down there, it sends the received message to the subroutine on RX and then checks. It echoes what the data was and then checks if the data was LED 0, carriage return line feed, toggle the LED. So the LED on the Pico board is turned on and off. So let's try that. I'm going to go back and do capital LED 0, enter, and poof, the LED just turned on. Let's do that again. LED 0, just toggled. On, off, on, off. Okay, that's kind of neat. Let's save that as a memory. If I click on M1, hold it down, I can then define what is button M1. So when I hit button M1, it's going to send the message LED 0 as text and send it. So now I hit M1. Light just turned on. M1. Light just turned off. I can do that with other buttons. So let's come up with a program that has a couple different features. That is this guy right here. I've got the LED on the Pico board, LED on pins 16, 17, and the beeper. I'm going to send 4 different messages, LED 0, 1, 2, and beep. This stays the same. Over on the, let's run this guy. So there I just have a new connection. I've got to go over to my cell phone and say I've got a new Bluetooth connection. The last one was lost. Connect to my Pico board. It says I'm now connected. I'm going to set up message 2 is LED 1. Message 3 is LED 2. Message 4 is beep. So now I can sit there and type in LED 0. Let's turn on LED 2. Enter. You can see on the Pico board, the LED right there just toggled. I can use the hot buttons. That turned on the LED on your Pico board. Turned on light 16. Turned on the beeper. Turned off the beeper. Turned off the LED on the Pico board. Turn off. I can now turn on and off different devices. And it doesn't have to be a simple message like this. I could actually have a number after it, such as I want to set the color of the display, red, green, blue, set the brightness, kind of your pick. And you can see over here, these are the messages that the Pico is receiving. It's a binary file with your message followed by carriage return line feed. So that's the shortcuts, toggling devices. So that's kind of some of the stuff you can do with Bluetooth. It's really limited by your creativity. In order to connect your Pico board to your cell phone using Bluetooth, you need to use two files, BLE Advertising and BLE Simple Peripheral. Once you've added those files, you can send and receive serial data on your cell phone. What you do with it is really limited by your creativity. Again, make it a little bit fancier. I can change the color of the background, start drawing rectangles, squares, lines, your pick. That's kind of the basic idea behind Bluetooth. That's lecture number 30 for ECE 476.